If we combine the sequence networks of all the elements which are connected in system, we can able to draw, or we can able to create or form a sequence network for the entire power system. Any impedance connected between neutral and ground is not included in the positive and negative sequence, because the positive and negative sequence currents cannot flow through the such impedances. So this is also important. Let's see the rules for the formation of sequence network. The first is the positive sequence network is the same as single line impedance or reactance diagram used in symmetrical fault analysis. The reference bus for this network is the system neutral. The generator in the system produced balanced voltages. Therefore, only positive sequence network has a voltage source. There are no voltage sources in negative and zero sequence network. The positive sequence current can cause only the positive sequence voltage drop. Similarly, negative will cause only for the negative sequence voltage drop, and zero sequence currents can only cause the zero sequence voltage drop. The reference for negative sequence network is the system neutral. However, the reference for zero sequence network is the ground. Zero sequence current can flow only in the neutral, or only when the neutral is grounded. The neutral grounding impedance Zn appears as 3Zn in the zero sequence network. Already we have seen why 3 times as that of the neutral grounding impedance Zn. The three sequence networks are independent and are interconnected suitably depending on the type of the fault. So as specifically we are utilizing all this for the fault analysis. So depending on the type of fault, we will connect different networks to each other. Let's see about the main point, that is unsymmetrical fault. So the basic approach to analyze unsymmetrical fault is by the utilization of symmetrical components. We will analyze the unsymmetrical fault itself. Let's see the diagram. The general terminal brought out for the purpose of external connection which simulate the fault. Appropriate connections of three sub represents different faults, that is connecting stub A to the ground produces a single line to ground fault through zero impedance. One phase, the currents in stub B and C are then zero, and A is the fault current. So let's consider this particular diagram in which, so these are the three phases which we have taken into the consideration. So whenever we are connecting a phase with the neutral, that is grounded, let's take P. So these are different phases which we are considering for the fault analysis, that is phase A, phase B, and phase C. When Yes, let us consider this diagram for the fault analysis. So as earlier we have discussed, we will analyze unsymmetrical faults by symmetrical components. So for this basic circuit that we will consider is this generic circuit. In this we have three phases, phase A, phase B, phase A, B, and C, and respective currents IA, IB, and IC. This is what say a reference or the neutral. So whenever we are going to take into the consideration any type of fault. So for that, what we will do is we will have a connection of depending on the type of the fault. If suppose the fault is say line to ground fault, so we have the connection of phase A to the ground, like as shown in this figure. So if we have say line to line fault, so we do have a connection in between say these two lines, that is phase A and phase B, through some impedance. When we have say uh, double line to ground fault, so then we will have a connection like this is what the connection in between two phase, and with the connection of neutral through the fault impedance. So likewise, we will have different circuit for the analysis. Now, whenever there is a fault, like say, for example, in between phase A and neutral, that is single line to ground fault. So at that point of time, as compared to the fault current, that is when we have fault in between phase A and say neutral. So current IA is nothing but the fault current, and its magnitude is very large as compared to say current B and current C, which is the current of the rest of the phases. So as compared to the fault current, its magnitude is very little or very less. Therefore, we are going to consider these two equals to zero. Means just because of magnitude is very negligible as compared to the fault current, we will take into the consideration this particular point for the further analysis. Let's move towards different types of fault uh, in the power system, especially with the help of symmetrical component technique. We will discuss about different types of unsymmetrical fault. Let's move towards that. For the fault analysis, the generalized, just, yeah, the circuits which are taken into the consideration is obviously positive sequence network, negative sequence network, and zero sequence network. So in case of zero sequence network, it contains zero sequence impedance, that is Z0, zero sequence current, as well as zero sequence voltage. For the positive sequence, we will have a voltage source, positive sequence impedance, positive sequence current, and the positive sequence voltage. In case of negative sequence, we will have uh, negative sequence impedance, negative sequence current, as well as negative sequence voltage. So therefore, these things will we are going to see, or we are going to use for to develop a sequence network when we have different types of fault in the power system. Let us consider single line to ground fault. So the fault is in between phase A and the ground. Here we can see there is a connection of 9 is missing here. So this is what exactly expected here. So the fault is on line A, and it is connected to the neutral, which is grounded through the fault impedance ZF. IB and IC, these are equals to 0, and even just because of that, respective voltages are also equals to 0. Now let's try to define some conditions. Maybe you can say it as a boundary conditions or some important conditions as far as line to ground fault is concerned. So in this, what we have is, as already we have seen, the currents in the remaining phases, that is phase B and phase C, apart from faulty phase, is equals to 0. And the fault voltage, that is VA, is equals to the multiplication of fault current and fault impedance. About from this boundary conditions, that is I, B, that is phase B current and phase C current, they are equal to 0, and VA is equals to IA into ZF. Let's move towards to the next point. The connection of sequence network for a single line to ground fault is simplified in the circuit, which is shown in the below diagram. So this is general sequence network on the left hand side. On the right hand side, what we have is equivalent sequence network. So these are developed. Sorry. So as IB and IC are 0, the sequence component of that phases are become 0. And for the fault analysis, always we used to take phase A as a reference phase. For single line to ground fault, so this is what the interconnection of sequence network. Here, in this case, all the sequence components of currents are equal. Therefore, they're connected in series. If you observe the left-hand side general sequence network, so all the sequence networks, that is zero sequence network, positive sequence network, and zero sequence network, they are connected in series with each other as the sequence components of the fault current are equal to each other. It means that IA0 is equals to IA1 is equals to IA2. Therefore, all these circuits or sequence circuits are connected in series. So rightmost is the equivalent sequence network, and leftmost is the general sequence network for the single line to ground fault. Next is what the line to line fault. So there is a fault in between phase B and phase C through the fault impedance ZF. Here the neutral is not involved, therefore zero sequence component will remain absent in case of line to line fault. So as phase A is not involved in the fault, the IA, that is current of phase A, is equals to 0. The fault impedance is ZF. Let's see some conditions for this. IA, as already you've seen, is equals to 0. IB is equals to IC, as the fault is in between these two phases only. So the current of phase B is almost as equal as the phase C in the opposite direction. The voltage at phase B is VB, which is equals to VC plus drop across the ZF, that is fault impedance. And while talking about IB is equals to minus IC, that equals to I0 plus alpha square IA1 plus alpha or A IA2. Let's see the equivalent circuit of line to line fault. In this, as I said, the zero sequence circuit remains absent just because there is no connection of, or there is no involvement of neutral in this particular type of fault. Therefore, zero sequence network is absent, and the remaining networks, that is positive sequence network and negative sequence network, both are connected in parallel. They are connected in parallel just because of the voltages, that is VA1 and VA2, both are equal. Therefore, they're connected in parallel. So rest of the components you can see for more detail in this particular interconnection of sequence network. Let's move towards the double line to ground fault. In this, the fault is occurred in two phases, and those phases are connected to the neutral through the impedance ZF. The fault current, which is of magnitude IB plus IC and flowing through the impedance ZF. The current through phase A, as the phase A is not involved in the fault, so its current is negligible and we are considering it as a 0. Let's move towards different conditions in the So I, as we have seen, IA is equals to 0 and VB is equals to VC, which is equals to IB plus IC into ZF. Let's move towards the interconnection of sequence network. So in this, zero sequence network is also present. Then positive sequence is also present, negative sequence is also present. All are connected in parallel. So as the sequence voltages are equal to each other. Let's move towards different type of fault, that is balanced three-phase fault. Okay, sorry. So in case of balanced three-phase fault, it is very infrequent occurs in the power system. For example, when a line which is made safe for the maintenance by clamping of all three phases to earth accidentally made life, or when even due to the slow fault of clearance, an earth fault spread across the other two phases, or when a mechanical excavator cuts quickly through a whole cable. It is an important type of fault in that it results in any in an easy calculations and generally pessimistic answers. So the analysis of balanced three-phase fault is very easy as compared to the unsymmetrical faults. So whenever we have the involvement of all three phases, there will be a fault, and these are very rare faults. But as compared to the unsymmetrical faults, the magnitude of fault current is very large. So as far as magnitude is concerned, the balanced three-phase faults or three-phase symmetrical faults are very dangerous. While unsymmetrical faults, these are least dangerous, but it occurs very frequently. And balanced three-phase faults occurs infrequently or very rarely. The circuit breaker rated MVA breaking capacity is based on three-phase fault MVA. So unsymmetrical faults are not been much considered because the severity is very less for designing a protective system for different part of the power system. So as the balanced three-phase fault is most severe or most dangerous fault, its parameters, that is in terms of voltage and current, are taken into the consideration while deciding the capacity of the protection system for the entire power system.